Belmont Park's configuration, a mile-and-a-half track, is different than any other track in North America. There are a lot of pitfalls that North American riders got to face along this journey that they don't the rest of the year.
I'm Chairusmi for the Wall Street Journal, joined by Geoff Foster and former jockey Richard Migliore. Richard won over 4,400 races as a jockey. That's over 4,400 more than Geoff and I have won. So he's going to take us around Belmont Park, show us the quirks and the challenges that I'll Have Another faces when he goes for the Triple Crown.
So one of the things that's unusual about this race is that you actually start where you finish. Is it unusual to have the grandstand right here in front of you?
Well, it's not unusual to break in front of the stands, because at Aqueduct and Saratoga we certainly do that a lot. The atmosphere is different Belmont Day though, because it's a much larger crowd and the excitement level is really amped up.
Are certain horses freaked out by the crowd?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of horses do react negatively to a large crowd, and the best thing you can do as a rider is to take your horse out of the post parade and not come up to the start until you absolutely have to.
What is the first challenge a jockey faces as we head into the first turn?
Well, the first challenge is making sure you get good position without riling your horse up. You don't want to make him do too much. So you want to get him into a good rhythm without making him rank.
Where would be the perfect spot for I'll Have Another going into that first turn for Gutierrez?
Pace makes the race. You would like to see him in the clear where his horse is unhindered. Ideally for me, he's laying 4th or 5th, 4 or 5 lengths off the lead by the time they get into the first quarter of a mile.
Now, do you think I'll Have Another knows he's the alpha horse?
Absolutely. He's the leader of the herd right now. Until somebody comes knocks him off, he knows he's the leader at this moment.
We're coming up on the second turn here. Now, would you say this is a part of the race where the races have been won and lost?
Yeah, I think there's been some big mistakes made at this point of the race. Normally at another track it's about 3 furlongs from the wire or 3/8 of a mile to the wire. Here it's 5/8 of a mile to the wire. So it's about a quarter of a mile earlier than you really want to get started.
At this point in the race, I have a bet on I'll Have Another. Where do I want him to be?
Ideally, you would like to still see somebody leading him, because I think horses start to feel fatigue when they don't have something else to focus on. You would like them to have something to focus on at least into the stretch.
We're at the 3/8 pole, right?
Yes. I'll Have Another should be in a position to win the race from here. He should be within a few lengths of the lead by this point. He certainly has to start allowing the horse to build his momentum for his stretch drive.
Do horses sense that, all right, I'm on the turn and I know I just have this final straightaway?
Right. Yeah, and they do. And most horses are conditioned to pick it up in the stretch.
All right, so we just passed the quarter pole. So at this point, if you're watching Saturday, where do you want I'll Have Another to be?
I'm hoping that he's either getting to the front at this point or just has one horse in front of him still. It's either going to be history in the waiting or a lot of broken hearts.